I'll stay in the frame.
Hi, everybody. It's Linda G, and I have a nice surprise for you guys today. Now, latest Shadow, she was on with me in a previous one, and we talked. We had the best time. And then here's her husband, Cosmic Chris.
Hi, everyone.
If you see that picture behind them, that's their wedding day, and they did a Civil War reenactment.
Yeah, we had a full Civil War wedding in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is where we are taking you on our first date next year.
Next year, September, we're going to have like a group and go check things out, and I'll probably do readings for people.
Oh, it's going to be a total blast. I can't wait to have you there. All your fans can come out and we'll
So
teach
much fun.
everybody how to ghost hunt. And because a lot of people, they hear about it on television, right? They hear about paranormal investigating. You have to be a professional. You have to have all this expensive equipment. But really, you actually don't. And happy Halloween, by the way, to all the listeners out there. It's Halloween. And it's we're so thrilled to be back with you, Linda, because you're just such a light in a dark world. And thank you so much for having us.
My honor.
Yeah. So you're awesome. But yeah, so we're all about the paranormal. We do so many other things, Chris and I, but we actually just finished writing a beginner's paranormal guide to ghost hunting. And on soulsandspirits.com, you can pop on there and actually grab a copy for $12.99 and get this full A to Z guide on how to look for spirits in your house, your local cemetery. So easy to read this guide. We both wrote it together. Yeah. We've been paranormal hunting for over 20 years together. Tell them about the most crazy experience we ever had.
Oh, we've had some crazy experience down in Gettysburg. We were in the Farnsworth bed and breakfast.
I remember the Farnsworth.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And we actually stayed overnight at the bed and breakfast. And what happened, they showed us to our room. And as we entered the room, the lady who showed us the room said, "Those toys on the floor are for our resident spirit, Jeremy." I'm like, "Oh, wow, does he come to the room?" And she said, "Yeah, sometimes he comes. He flicks the lights on and off. He flushes the toilet. He takes your keys and hides them." And so we set up our cameras, focused straight down on the toys all night long to see if these toys would move or would be out of place by the morning. Nothing took place. Nothing happened. So in the morning, we went down for breakfast, and all the folks that stayed overnight at the bed and breakfast shared their stories. "Oh, I felt a little shaking, and I saw a light." We didn't have anything to share. So we said we were going to the attic for the tour.
Everything happens in the attic, Linda.
So we all went to the attic after breakfast, and we sat in the attic for about 45 minutes waiting for the person to give us the little tour, and she never showed up. So everybody, of course, said, "I'm leaving." They left. We stayed behind. And after a short while, we started hearing sounds. And we started to
you called them in. He actually called specifically.
I was speaking to Jeremy. I'm like, "Jeremy, are you here?" And I had the camera, and I'm going around the room. "Are you here, Jeremy? Because we wanted to talk to you, this and this and that."
Remember the footsteps, though.
So next thing, there's a cold breeze that takes place, and these guys freak out. They're like, "Oh my God, did you feel that?" And
we were with another friend. There was 3 of us up there.
And then all of a sudden, we hear on this wooden floor 5 footsteps running.
So loud, Linda. It was so obvious. When we called that little boy in, he came right in, and we could hear the echoing of, and it's on our website too. Like we have the video of it. It's on the paranormal page, but you can hear it clear as day. Those 5 footsteps running in. So then he continued, to talk to him.
Keep focusing, and I'm going around. I'm like, "Is that you, Jeremy?" So I'm going around the room, and I start hearing rattling going on, like click, click, click. It sounded like a bird in a bird's nest inside the room with a tapping. It sounded like a little boy hitting a toy on the
like
table.
This, Linda.
Like tapping. I'm like, "Where's the sound coming from?" So shortly after that, I see a clear white ball in the video lens of the camera. So I'm holding it. I'm like, I see a ball. I look out. I don't see it. I look back in the camera, and I see it. I'm following it around the room. It goes in front of a big black and white photo, and you can see right through the orb, the energy, the ball, and you see right through the picture. So it was a spirit, like an energy that was like pulsing, and you could see it. It's just like this in front of me, and I'm filming the whole time. I have it all on video. It's going around the room like this, and I'm talking, and then it kind of goes into another area. It kind of dissipates and it goes away. And then I hear the rattling again, like, clack, 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 clack.
But the rattling was actually responding to his question. So he would say, "Are you over there drawing? Are you over there playing with a toy?" And you'd hear, he would ask the question, then it would answer him with the tapping.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
in live time. It was so cool. So
I
he was
love
talking,
it.
yeah, 15 minutes. He had a conversation with this spirit, and you can hear like writing on a surface,
Scribbling.
yeah, like
Yeah.
scribbling or coloring. And then that was about 15 minutes. And then we heard him run right out of the room, the same 5 footsteps out.
Whoa.
It was amazing. So when we go to Gettysburg, we have to go to the Farnsworth
We
for at
will,
least
but
one
listen,
night.
do I have to stay in a haunted place? Can I get like a Motel 6 or
Of
something?
course, you could stay in a safe, quiet place where
Thank
you
you.
can get rest. But we do need, as long as you can, stay up and be present for an investigation formally
Yeah,
at the
if you want me
Farnsworth.
to get sleep, because I stayed at that hotel, that Stephen King hotel. Well, he
Oh yes,
up in
Colorado.
Colorado. It
yes.
was so noisy and so much going on. I had to leave the TV blasting all night to get in.
Wow, that place is
A
huge.
lot of energy there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy that was still noisy.
Oh, it was hella noise. It was the old
Ah.
part too. The old
Oh,
part of the
interesting.
hotel.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta stay. I'll probably bring a couple of people with me, and I gotta stay in a like a Motel 6 or Holiday Inn
Oh
Express
no,
or a
yeah.
Sheraton or anything.
There's a lot of unhaunted places in Gettysburg where you would be completely comfortable,
And
but it
then
is
I'm happy to
very.
go, and I'd love to see those. There's a guy who used to have a show on YouTube, but I haven't seen him. He used to go to the places down there that had antiquities from the Civil War, all kinds of
Yeah.
pictures and guns and bullets. And he
Mm-hmm.
would walk through and give you history. I'm sure those are still down there.
Oh, there are a million ghost groups, but the thing is, while we're there, we're going to form our own ghost group because we have insider information on where to go, where to get the best activity, and we'll have you with us. So
Okay.
we'll be able to really tailor the whole experience with others, bringing you as the psychic and getting all the
Well,
impressions.
listen, I went to the Queen Mary.
Oh, yes, yes.
And there was a lot of, it was for another ghost group that was there that had an event down there. And people kind of noticed that I was able to pinpoint where's
Yep.
I could see them. And I pointed up and said, shoot there. I told everybody, shoot your camera there. And they all showed this big, huge green ball, which you couldn't see
Yes.
with the naked eye.
Wow.
But there was
Amazing.
a male, I never forget this, and it was I'm not really a ghost hunter. I'm kind of, it's almost like I don't want to mess with the dead, but I do enjoy it. And the Gettysburg, I love Grant, our
Yep.
President Grant. I just love him.
Yep.
But I was looking, and apparently I'm related to him at a distance. But they were talking about these people who had died, and I got this young guy who died tragically. He was just bitching and complaining that somebody took his shoes.
Really
And
interesting.
he was so happy to have those shoes, and someone took his shoes. Apparently that was something that went on.
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were so many bodies everywhere after that battle, Linda, that everything just got mixed up, piled up, moved around. It was chaos for everybody that went through
And the
that.
poor animals, oh my God.
Oh, the horses. I mean, oh, it was so violent for the horses. So yeah, so when we go down there and when we bring you, we're going to be bringing more healing. We're not going to bring fear. We're going to bring good vibes so that we can help anybody who is there cross over, because you're good at telling them, we're good at telling,
Yeah.
spirits to it's okay to go to the light. Because, there are several different types of hauntings, in this world of paranormal, and some of it's you're walking into a recorded replay and you're just seeing it, and then there's the actual, like you say, where people interact with you live and they're still paying attention and they hear you, and so those spirits that we can actually get through to.
You probably know this one, a paranormal show where it was a police officer saw someone standing inside, and nobody was supposed to be there, outside the bathrooms or something. And he got out of his car to go up and say, "Hey, what, do you remember that?" And the man walked up and he realized it was, I don't know if it was Confederate or Union. The guy walked right up to him and kind of went into his body, and he felt all the sadness
Oh
of
my
how the guy
gosh.
was so sad he was dead. And he wasn't
Yeah.
mad at him or angry, but it shook him up to the core.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when you allow yourself to go into a space and receive the messages, and I know you were just saying that you don't like to mess with the dead, but the interesting thing is we're already kind of dead. We're all together alive and dead all at once, right? Because
Right.
time is all in the same place. So really, when you read frequency, both for people or for the frequency of spirits, it's all the same. So
Yeah.
so the messages that we receive from either beyond, or they're really right here, and they're so
Yeah.
valuable. So what we try to do in our business, because we do tarot readings, we do spiritual guidance, we do life coaching. We try to tell our clients that the quicker we come to realize that everything is all in one place, happening all at once, that there's no fear of the other side, because it's all just entrances and exits that are just like walking through a regular front door, and we're all just the same energy mishmashing, whether
Yeah.
you see it or not, and it's very beautiful.
Thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands, yes.
Yeah.
And they
and if
die
we're
quickly. And those are the ones that tend to stay. Like I went to see an uncle, great uncle, that was dead in France, in that big thing, that big
cemetery,
cemetery, and they drive
Pierre
you to the
Lachaise.
grave. Yeah. But
Oh,
you could feel the energy. I didn't open myself up, but you could feel
yeah,
people wanting
yeah.
who I
They
was,
need
dead people.
well, they need love too still. And a lot of people have to die alone, or they die with tragic illness or pain, and they're still attached to this particular earth plane for so many different reasons. But that's what your and I's job is, to help.
Right.
It's just like in real life, we're helping the living people heal. Sometimes a spirit that's been broken needs the same healing. It's so interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that's our work. That's what we do, and we bridge those worlds together so we can bring more healing and love. And that's why we're just so happy to be here with you today, because that's what we all do.
Exactly.
So you should have everything done and dusted and be able to, we can let people know when you do you think?
Yeah, we've got the website up. We just need to fill in the dates. But we will promise to, as soon as we get that, we'll come back on, we'll share all the details about it so people can sign up and meet you, and go on, individual ghost tours with you and us, because we have the history side, we have all the paranormal activity of that happens at those sites, and we're going to take you and our fans, and it's going to be incredible, because
Well, they
I know
have a
you're going
little
to.
auditorium room where we can all talk and
Yes,
share our
yes,
experiences.
yes. There's
Uh-oh, they froze. They froze a little bit. I put you on pause just because we froze.
Oh, good.
Because I don't know how to edit this stuff, so.
no worries.
But
No worries.
I was looking forward to asking you about your show you're doing. Show that thing you showed me.
Oh, yes. Hubby, do you have that thing?
Yes.
So, just for your amazing audience, because they're so enlightened and they would actually really like this. This is a postcard, which is probably backwards. It's called Afterlife. As you know, I'm not just a spiritualist, I'm a playwright for Off-Broadway. So I wrote, directed, and I'm producing this show on Off-Broadway called Afterlife. So if there are any of your fans in the tri-state area who are within an hour of New York City, please come see it. It opens this Tuesday, November 4th, plays through the 9th, Tuesday through Saturday at 7. We have matinees Saturday and Sunday at 3. But the cool thing is we have a live stream that anyone can watch, and it's going on a week from tonight, 7 p.m., November 7th. You can tune into the live stream. You can grab a ticket for the live stream for this awesome play that I wrote called Afterlife at hcptickets.com. That's H for hanging, C for cow, P for productions. Tickets.com. We have the one date live streaming, And this show, Linda, I have researched for years trying to get the proper, really good understanding and material to create a play about 7 different people entering the afterlife who've just passed on. And the loved one that they meet on the other side helps them discuss their life, their drama, their unfinished business, their fears. And we cover all walks of life and religions in these 7 different scenes. And it's super powerful. It's everywhere from comedy to really heartbreaking stuff. And so all the scenes stand alone as 7 different afterlives. And you're going to love it, Linda, when you see it. Like I said,
I can't. You're going to send me a tape or
I'm going to send you a post video.
We're doing our Benicia event that week.
I know. I'm so excited for you, though. But listeners can go on and get a live stream ticket, and you can buy it 1 ticket for the whole family. And you can, I would say 17 and up for adult content. There's no nudity or anything like that, but there is a lot of adult themes because, when you cross over, it can be messy, just like life.
Yeah.
But it's a great play. And it's the first time I've ever written something about people's afterlives. I usually write very deep, spiritual, meaningful conversations with plots about life and death and mortality. But this show is all about, what happens when the veil thins. Speaking of which, Linda, being tonight that it's Halloween, we should tell our listeners that it's a really great night to reset energy. Chris is he's a manifesting coach. So he has a digital channel on TikTok. What's the name of it?
Manifest with Chris.
Yeah. So he's tonight he's doing this really awesome energy alignment thing, the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Because the veil is so thin, right? And it's a good time.
My friend Ness, who's an astrologer, said it's showing the veil is very thin.
Yes. And when that happens, anybody, just like New Year's, you can, it's Samhain, so it's harvest time, right? It's time to harvest our hard work, our blood, sweat, and tears, and bring it in. And to me, Halloween is almost like another New Year's Eve, right? So tell them what people can do, Chris, what you're going to do tonight to help people get into that thin veil manifestation.
Are you going to have a show about it, or?
No, we're just doing like a personal little ritual.
Okay. He'll probably tell us what we can do.
Yeah, he'll post a reel about it on his TikTok.
Okay. You just want to kind of put out those positive intentions, the things that you want to attract. Maybe they're ideas or feelings or things of the nature where you want to kind of bring things towards you. Like maybe it's abundance financial, maybe it could be abundance of fun or laughs or a job or something. Whatever it may be that you're looking to attract to yourself, you want to kind of put those intentions out in the universe, because the vibration is kind of like when you have thoughts in your brain and you think these thoughts, you send out a signal into the universe to tells the signal to the universe that this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want to attract. And the universe responds. It's like a tuner. So it listens to what your ideas and thoughts are. And that could go on the opposite end of that as well, as the fear that you're putting out, and like disharmony and stress and anxiety. So the universe will give you whatever you think about. So you want to be positive. You want to have the ideas of the intentions that you want to put out there. And now is the time to put that out there, because the universe is like a boomerang, especially tonight. It will deliver to you, give you more of what you're asking. So you want to definitely be positive, have these things written out, your intentions, and kind of just put that out there and be positive about it and know that they'll be returned to you.
And ritualistically tonight, you can burn something safely in your sink that you don't want. Write down what you don't want. You can burn it and send it off into the world. And then what you do want, write on a different piece of paper and keep it in a sacred place and hold it there until it actually shows up for you. So that's another great thing to do. Yeah.
What defines sacred place?
I have a little lockbox that I got in Egypt, and I keep all my manifestations in there. And every time something happens, I pull it out and I do like a gratitude ritual with it. It's pretty cool. You can put it in your purse or a little satchel and keep it in your purse on you. men can keep it in their pot. They're like a little, little clear, what do you call those little mesh bags? You could like put your intentions in there and just carry them around like a wallet, or put them in your wallet. You can put them in your wallet, make a little card and just kind of write down your main intentions. It's pretty cool. I'm sure you've done that a million times, Linda.
I've done intentions, but not like that.
Not for Halloween.
I'll try it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a manifesto. I mean, look at that beautiful, all those wonderful things you have in the background there. You have your, all the wonderful things you put out into the universe every day and help people. So it's all, everything is frequency.
Well, I didn't want to do this. I protested. Yeah. They said, you're going to do a YouTube video. I said, oh, hell to the no. And I'm shocked I didn't get like, lightning come through the wall and kill me, because it's like, how dare you say no to the realm.
Yeah.
And that man said to me, Linda, you will help calm them down.
That's right. That's right.
I had no clue what he meant. I said, but I'm a Virgo, a believer, right? I like to take care of people. And so I said, okay, fair enough. I'll try it. Didn't know what I was doing. Thank God my son knew what YouTube was. I didn't really understand it or how to do it. So.
And now you're a pro.
Exactly.
Not really. I don't know how to edit nothing. I don't know how. I just tape it, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, okay.
That's all that matters. I mean, we are so in need. We've talked about this last time we were together, is how massively we are in need of more love, more positivity, more hope, no matter whether we have nothing today or the stresses that are falling upon us and constantly testing us and challenging us. And Chris deals with this too, with his clients all the time, with his coaching clients. It's a constant, no matter where you are, you can get back up. And if you've lost everything, you can only go up from there. Right. So just think of every day you can just keep rising. And that's, this guy is really good at that. He's really good at like keeping the heat. We're both really positive people, but it's so nice to have a guy. He's not into sports.
Right.
He's a magical artist like me, and so we don't waste time on rah. We want to get out into the world and rah like people and like you.
I love sports. I love sports, and
what's your favorite sport?
Well, I love football, and I like basketball. And when my brother-in-law was very ill, and I could take him to the San Francisco Giants, that's when I think they did 2 World Series close together.
Oh, wow.
They won, both were. So I would take him on some of those games, and that energy of people being so happy.
Yeah.
I just remember that high of everybody just being happy. I love it. So
and whatever it is that brings you happiness, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's sports,
I can see why a lot of men really enjoy that, because it brings them, they're happy.
Yeah.
But, but a good show and a good piece of chocolate cake is, I'm happy.
Oh,
it don't take much.
I'm right with you there.
And the simple things in life sometimes.
And peanut butter.
But the people that I have that are my subscribers, oh my God, and I can't get to them all because I get so much mail, and they are the most beautiful, wonderful people. And a lot of them are losing faith, Chris, which is good that we know about you, because but I had one lady, and she's a sweetheart, and she said, Linda, this is happening. And I don't know, I'm sort of losing faith, because my guides keep saying it's going to be okay. But of course, if you're not manifesting right now, people are like, what the hell? I said, let me tell you something. Did you see that march? Did you see that? They said 7 million signed up. That they're thinking it's close to 20 million that showed up.
Wow.
Yep.
That'll give you a little shot of faith. I don't know what will.
Yeah. Because like you just said, people in numbers, whether it's sports, whether it's spiritualists, whether it's a convention in Gettysburg, whether it's people out protesting, you're right, that energy shifts things a piece at a time.
It does.
And that's what he does. We help coach, we do psychic readings, we do all of that, like you, to help, bridge the gap between I'm broken, I need help, I'm feeling really low, and our job, your job as healers, is to help change that. Help.
I
Every
remember I
time.
kind of protested to my guides and said, what's the use of really reading people? Because
Yeah.
we're not supposed to be looking towards the future. We're supposed to be living in the present. So if we're supposed to be in the present, that which is like unto itself is drawn. You
Yeah.
create where you are in this moment. Then how, why am I even reading people? And he said something very interesting. He said, you give them a piece of hope.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Just
potential.
that
That's
little
right.
piece, just that crystal of hope, and they'll grab it
That's right.
and
And
hold
and
on to it.
people, I ran into a gentleman yesterday in New York City after my rehearsal. He was working at a grocery store, and he's redhead. I stand out. And we were talking, and I said, I hope tonight's treating you well, and that you're, I've seen him a couple of times. He's like, no, this job really sucks. And I said, well, what is it that you want to do with your life? And he goes, oh, I want to get into acting. I said, well, that's funny because I'm a producer and a playwright. He's like, no way. And I said, but just remember, he's like, well, I'm stuck in this job and I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know even how to start acting. And I said, listen, it starts with a dream. I said, you are not here to slave and to put aside your joys in life. You are here to dream. You are here to fill those dreams and to go out and do something that brings you joy, not disdain. Nick and I in our podcast, the Soul Twin Stars podcast, every Friday on Spotify, we were talking in our latest episode. Don't what is it? Don't cower, but empower is the name of this week's episode.
That's
Because
great.
if we just keep going, Chris every day makes these reels for our YouTube channel, for his TikTok. Again, to just give hope, like you're saying, like everybody needs that. We are not long-term optimists. Human beings, we get caught up and we get sad. We hear the news and it's devastating, right? We get heartbroken so fast. So we need tools and people and energy to come in and help us heal and make us feel better. And that's
Right.
why we're here.
Well, all my people have heard this story a million times, but I have to bring it up because it's very important. When I was walking on a path with my dog, who's now deceased, and I was begging for my life because my babies were still young. I had no breasts, no hair, going through cancer. And I was begging for my life. Please don't let me die. And this man said, the same guy that talks to me, who told me to do this show, he said, what are you doing? There's no such thing as death. Like, scolded me. No sympathy, mind you. And I stopped and I said, oh my God, you're right. There is no such thing as death. And in that moment, I handed my life over, like into thy hands, I commence my spirit. If I die, I die. If I live, I live. In faith, I know everything's going to be okay. And I meant it from the fiber. I didn't say the words. It came through me spiritually. And I popped it out. And in that moment, the top of the tree started to move like King Kong was coming through. But what it was like a wind. And you know who talks about it is that UFO guy. What's his name?
Oh,
John
God.
something.
Oh, John Mack?
No, he's
Okay.
he can call in the UFOs. Anyway, he talks about that wind. He had it happen to him. And that wind came down and went, and that dog sat. My dog was a type like, come on, mama, come on, mama. And it went through me, and I heard thy will be done. And
Wow.
couldn't get the smell of the earth off my fingers, which is in my native community is a sign of healing. I
Yes.
think I was spontaneously healed in that moment, and they decided let her live. That's what I think happened. But I gave it to the realm and I gave it in the moment because one of the things, like I'll hear my clients and they'll be talking and they like to tell their story. Eckhart totally talks about that. You got a book this big with your story. But the bottom line is being in the present as much as you can and just hand it over.
Yeah.
When you ask, like some people say, oh my God, I lost my job yesterday. Okay, but you didn't really like the job, right? No. Well, universe answered you. Or the husband leaves. Well, were you really happy? No.
Because if you're not going to make the decision, then life will make it for you.
It's
And you're right, the
but
universe
they
knows.
listen, they hear you
Yes.
back, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
telling
yeah.
you.
And the universe knows your highest self, what it needs. And so it will send signs like that. That is a beautiful story, Linda. Go ahead.
I had a
It's
quick
in my
thing,
book.
just that, like in alignment with what you just mentioned. I was I'll tell the story quick because if I go into details, we'll be here for a long time. But I was parasailing in France, in Monte Carlo, and I went on this parasailing boat. All these French people in the boat. It's on a beach. They take you out in the morning, and you go out. They take you out. You go up and down with the parasail. Your feet touch the water and all this. One of the guys who were sitting on the back of the boat, who's supposed to be watching me, turned and faced the other direction. And I went down, and somehow my foot hit the water, and then they hit the gas on the boat, and I went under the water, and I was being pulled under the water with the harness and everything. And in that quick moment, I had all these fears come about. Oh my God, I'm going to die in Monte Carlo. My parents don't know that I'm here. All this stuff, right? And then I had this surrender. They talk about the white light. I saw the white light. And
So you were
within
actually
that
drowning
time,
then?
yes, while I was under the water. While I was doing that, I heard everything is going to be okay. And I had this peace that washed over me. Where it came from, I don't know. And the next thing I knew, I felt someone pulling me out of the water, right? So I got on the boat, I'm breathing, and all the water is coming out of my nose and all this stuff. And it said, somebody said to me, oh my God, we're so sorry that this happened, this and this and this and that. We're going to take you again. We'll take you for free. We'll take you for free. I heard a voice in my head say, you will do it again. You will do it again. I got to the shore.
I know.
I got to the shore. They sat me down. They gave me a Coke and all this stuff. 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, they asked to take me again. I said, sure, I'll go again. I went again because I knew if I didn't, I would have a fear of water. Something would happen in my brain. Limiting belief, fear taking over. I went again and I had the best experience. I was overjoyed.
Wonderful. So the voice that talked to you, has that been there all the time now?
It's just like, my dad's passed. And at the time, my dad wasn't passed, but my dad has passed, and I still hear a voice similar to that voice. So I was wondering if that was his spirit guide helping me, even though he was still in the present.
It was your spirit guide.
Well, my spirit guide. But I had that whole experience since then. Like, I know now that our thoughts are the things that control us. And when we're born, we're not taught limiting beliefs, fear, anxiety, resentments, and all these crazy things that happen to us through an event or an experience that we believe and we carry around, and then we accept them as truth, which it's all fear-based, false evidence appearing real. The mindset is such a powerful thing because the things that come out of this mouthpiece, the things that come out of your thoughts, go into the universe, and the universe just feeds it back to you. Oh, he likes fear? Give him some more fear. He likes limiting beliefs? Give him some more things to worry about. We don't realize throughout the period of the day that the words that come out of them, they're like the wand are the words that come out of your mouth, the seeds that go into the universe. The universe doesn't just gives you whatever you say, whether it's fear-based, positive, or negative, just keeps giving it back to us. And when we stop to think about the times when we even forget, just like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not smart enough. I'm not quick enough. I don't have this. I don't have this. Lack, fear, limiting beliefs. The universe is a mirror. Just holds the mirror up. Give him more. He likes that. Give him more. Give him more. So it's interesting to think, because the thoughts that we think create the things that we do, and the things that we do create our reality. But it all starts with the seed of the thought.
It's like your thoughts are currency, Linda.
Right.
It's like money. And when I started my production company here in New York, I had 22 cents in the bank, and I had a little bit of theater knowledge from
Were you married?
classes. Nah, not yet. Well, I started my company right before I met him.
Yeah.
And then I did my first show as we were together. But let me tell you, I had a few classes from my college in Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles Valley College for a bit. I'm sure you know where that is, being Southern California. But I had a couple of classes. I had done it in high school, theater, learned all the roles. I came to New York and I said, I'm starting a production company. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just know this is what I need to do. I know that I'm a writer. I'm a theater person. I love putting things together. I love building props and sets because I do all of that for my current shows. I wear all the 21 hats. But with 22 cents in the bank, I'm like, how the heck am I going to rent a theater, get a rehearsal space? And I just went out one day and started raising money at the local businesses around my neighborhood. And I said, holy crap, like they're giving me money to put a show on. This is crazy. I'd already written a script at that point. But I made literally my whole career in the theater, Linda, from zero to what it is
I do
today.
hear about this stuff.
17
It's so
shows.
funny. I was watching that documentary yet again on Roosevelt, and they said that Congress said to him, look, the Americans are only going to be able to put out so many airplanes. They're not going to be able to fill what you're talking about 3 times the amount to give to the UK or rent to the UK. And he said, we're talking about America. Americans can put what they set their mind to, and sure enough, they were able to get 3 times the amount.
That's amazing. And that is the power of our human brain. And Linda, everything is between our ears. Everything that we create is right here. Chris will tell you because he, like I said, he makes videos about, he studies this. It's his whole world is, like I said, just trying to help people pierce the veil like we're going to do tonight, have these breakthroughs and have peace. And like you did, you had the spontaneous healing because you listened. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
You listened and you heard and you said,
And
wow.
I gave it to them.
Yes.
And my life over.
Handed it over.
Yeah. And
Surrender.
and you know your place now, and just like I do and he does. And so we are all teaching people how to get to their special place so that they have their higher purpose.
And it just makes it, really the payoff is it makes us so happy. I am never been this happy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Me too.
Didn't take a man, didn't take money. It's just that happiness of, that you have a job to do and you love your work.
Exactly. There's no greater joy than being of service to others, and paying it forward, As always, I make all the reels on TikTok on Manifest with Chris. I always say, if this affects one person to think differently, then I've done what I wanted to do.
That's all you need. I'm going to check out your where is it at? Manifest with Chris?
Oh, Manifest with Chris on TikTok and on Instagram.
Yeah, Manifest with Chris.
I got both of those.
Oh, awesome. Nice. And then our YouTube channel is at Love Based Wicca, just how it's spelled, because we only we put a lot of videos up there about our podcast and only love based anything, whether it's ritual or making items. We've also created a tarot deck that we sell on soulsandspirits.com, but at Love Based Wicca is our YouTube channel. Manifest with Chris and soulsandspirits.com is where you can get everything that we do, from life coaching to the paranormal guide that we just wrote. It's a cool place to hang out because it's very open.
But you're going to send me this list, right? So I can copy and paste it, put it on.
Yeah. I'll send everything. And then here's some samples of the cards that my husband and I designed together. They're just beautiful.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They're all these beautiful. This is the back. This is the very Aurora Borealis theme, because we find the aurora is very magical. Oh, and these pictures back here, Linda, see these?
Yeah.
We took those photos in our backyard in the Hudson Valley of New York, not in the Arctic. This was a solar storm last year that we got photos of. Yeah. It was crazy. You guys had it too, where you were. I'm sure you saw it as well. But these
not where I was.
Oh, you didn't see anything? You didn't see any of those? Oh, because you're in Northern California.
Further up north.
Like Oregon or Washington. Yeah, but we had a couple solar storms that dropped down into our area, and
there's a weirdness now, but well, I'm sorry to keep holding on to you, but there's a weirdness in this universe right now. There's just weirdness.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden I lose one of my emails accounts.
Yeah, that's
out
weird.
of the blue, just disappeared. All of a sudden my phone can't work in my car and I can't figure out how to put it in. I had to call Lexus today. All of a sudden these things are occurring. I thought there's something in the universe right now, some sort of solar flares or something that happened.
Yeah, because everything is frequency. Everything is frequency.
Energy. Yeah.
Yep. And they're and it's not a secret that they're messing with things. The what is it called? Hadron Collider. There's CERN out there. There's DARPA. They're experimenting with frequency and electrons and neutrons, and they're trying to break through the guard particle. I'm sure you and Nick talk about that sometimes.
Yeah. Now, do you guys do any UFO stuff?
we see a lot of stuff here
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
He calls them in. I call out the flashers, and he calls in all kinds of lights in the sky. We're near Peekskill, which is just about 50 minutes north of New York City, and we don't have any light pollution where we
Oh,
live.
I
We don't
bet you
even have
get
street
good
lights.
view. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we see all kinds of stuff, Linda. And because I'm a night owl, I work all night long on my creative projects. We go outside and we see crazy things. Chris, tell her about some of the stuff you've
We've
seen.
seen like lights in the sky, like not just kind of like a light that looks like the space train. What's it called? The
Starlink.
The
Starlink.
Starlink.
People always
Oh
tell me
no, this is
Starlink.
something else.
I see these
Yeah.
lights come in the sky and they pop up and they're behind the clouds. And then I'll see another one move on to the other side and like just weird formations. Like a light could be over there, but it's not being projected from the ground, but yet it's in the sky and it's kind of arcing in the sky over. And I'm like, how in the hell? Like I have a video of this. I could send it to you. And I've seen these other lights in the sky in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. in the morning, these lights going across the sky.
And he'll say, you know what? If you don't have my best interest at heart, fade out. And they'll fade out in front of him, Linda.
Wouldn't believe it until I've called it out. And it's just been kind of weird because I'll sometimes go out and say, I want to see a shooting star. And then
he'll see one immediately.
30 seconds later, I'll see a shooting star. I'm like, is someone listening to me? And I'm like, yes, somebody is listening to me.
That's what that John guy does. Let me see. I'll get his name right now because I have one of his books.
Does he have that ranch that's over near you in the Northeast?
Gillian?
Yeah, something, the Gillian Ranch. Okay, because there's another guy who has acres and acres of land, and he walks outside and calls, same thing, the lights in, and they perform for him, and then they disappear. It's really interesting. So I wonder if it's the same.
Based, energy.
Right.
You can collaborate, co-create with others, and focus energy. You can call in, light beings and different spectrals and
spectrals.
Yeah, I've seen like this summer, like just about every night I go out and look in the sky just to see what's happening out there. But they have a new satellite that's out in the sky now, right? It's really bright. And it's
what about that spaceship that's supposed to be coming in?
The Atlas,
already, because there's something in the sky that's bigger than a star that I haven't noticed, and it's really kind of bright and big. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is.
Well, it's from another
galaxy.
It's supposedly some material that is it's a probe of some sort with material in it that's not found in our
stands out in the sky.
In our universe.
It's bigger, of course, and it's brighter. And I noticed it right away. I saw it just yesterday. I was mentioning that.
Linda, do you get out where you are much to see the sky? Do you have an open area?
It's very good to get barefoot and put your feet on the ground.
Oh yeah,
the sky. I get dizzy as heck.
Yeah. I love going around barefoot. I don't have any socks on right now.
That's the way you can really ground yourself.
Absolutely. We're all made of electricity, and that's the best way to just send it off into somewhere else. But there's always another source sending us.
Chris Bledsoe.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of him.
He did, where is he? He did UFO of God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
interesting.
Yeah.
Have you interviewed him yet before?
No.
That would be fun.
But he's so busy, I wouldn't even bother.
Oh, well, you are not a nobody. Obviously, you're a huge shining light. We all know you. You are just as important as he is. So he needs to come on this show. Right. Maybe he'll hear us calling his name out to come.
Oh, he's really busy, and he's like me. He's kind of like older and getting tired, and so
yeah, I know the tiredness thing is real. It's our bodies are, they go as long as they can, and we have to just keep feeding them what we can to keep them alive and going. And I don't think we look our age. We're not even going to say our age, but we try to defy gravity.
Yeah. Of course, we just enjoy living so much. We just want to keep
exactly. And you know what? In the higher you keep that frequency, the younger your cells will generate for you.
Yeah.
And like your spontaneous healing. And how are you doing? All good with the with any new And
Yeah,
how's your
everything's
health?
good right now. Yeah,
Oh, good.
everything's good.
Yeah, because you're just radiating that little Halloween glow.
Oh, good, good, good. Well, I got to deal with the Rugrats coming to the door.
Oh, you're doing candy tonight?
Yeah, if they show up, we rarely get any, but being that times are tough, we might get whole families showing up. So
Yeah. They're gonna want dinner, not just treats. You better cook a turkey.
They knock on the door and say, Linda, what's on Netflix tonight?
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Yeah, so we'll just, hopefully the audience, if they're catching this on Halloween, we still have several hours left of the night. The veil, like you said, is no matter what weather you're experiencing anywhere, use that thin veil tonight to do some manifesting for your body, your family, your goals, whatever it is.
And it doesn't have to be like a big dramatic thing where you have to put out like a carpet and go outside. You could just sit quietly and think about and meditate for 5 minutes on things that you want to attract. The thoughts are limitless and they are boundless, and they reach out to the farthest distances of the universe. Like
before I learned all this, and remember, I was raised with atheists, but I saw Jesus when I was 8. So I knew there was something bigger out there. But when I used to read before, I used to say, think of God as a master computer. And when you put into the computer, when you hit send, it goes directly to the source. But if you keep changing your mind, or I decided I want this, or you get where you can't wait, where's it at? Where's it at? You interrupt the ability for them to answer you.
Correct.
Linda,
100%.
you are 100% on that analogy, because our brains are a super quantum computer, like we talked about before. And you're right. When you organize the files and the programs and you keep everything running optimally and you get rid of the defrag and you get rid of the viruses, guess what?
Yeah.
Your brain can work so much more effective.
Quickly. Yeah.
Yes. You talk about that all the time.
The other thing also is trusting the process and knowing that it is like divine intervention that happens. It's kind of like a farmer goes and plants all these seeds today. He doesn't go back tomorrow and dig them up to see if it's growing. He trusts that if he waters them every day and sunlight hits them, that they're going to grow and sprout into this divine.
And also with that person that won in office, people were so upset. And I said, why? And they said to me, Linda, his people need to see who he really is.
That's good. That is so true.
He'll prove to be not that great, which he already is doing.
And I think it's already working. Yeah.
I think it's working. Yeah. So, but people, you can't do the time. You can't say, oh, it's going to happen here or there. So,
another analogy that you talk about, when you go to the restaurant and you order food, you sit down, you get a drink and you order food. Well, nobody expects the food to come out in 3 minutes. It takes about 30 to cook, right? It's got to be prepared. So the universe is always preparing your food, and your goals and your gifts and everything that you're looking for. You just got to be patient. And while you're being patient, just be excited and happy and joyful, because the more open you are and the happier you are to receive whatever you've put out there, it can get to you faster, because as you know, the stress and anxiety of life creates static around goals and joy trying to come in. And so just shut all that down.
You're not cooking. Yep.
That's right. You're not cooking.
So, speaking of cooking, I got to start my son's dinner.
Oh, yay.
Well,
okay.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget, I'm going to send me the links.
Yes,
awesome.
We'll do that now. Thank you for having us, Linda. You are the best. You are keep going. Stay a positive light. Thank you for being out there for us, and thank you for having us.
We're blessed.
Happy Halloweeny.
Woohoo!
Happy Halloween.
Bye, you guys.